Injuries, extreme risks, and zero room for mistakes. These are the sports where athletes literally put their lives on the line. Welcome to the top 10 most dangerous sports on the planet. Prepare yourself. We're starting now. Number 10. Gymnastics, cheerleading, acrobatics. They look beautiful, athletic, and elegant. But behind the scenes, these sports are some of the most injury-heavy disciplines in the world. Gymnasts and cheerleaders perform flips, twists, human pyramids, and high-risk stunts where one bad landing can cause serious damage. Broken wrists, torn ligaments, dislocated shoulders, and even spinal injuries are more common than people think. Cheerleading alone causes thousands of emergency room visits every year, especially during high-level stunts and throws. Acrobatics is no safer. Performers rely on perfect timing, perfect balance, and perfect coordination. When any part fails, the fall is immediate. Despite the risks, athletes push their bodies to the limit to achieve precision and power that most people can't imagine. Number 9. Ice hockey. Ice hockey is fast, intense, and one of the most dangerous team sports in the world. Players skate at speeds of 30 to 40 kilometers per hour, colliding with each other or crashing into the boards. Flying pucks reach speeds up to 180 kilometers per hour. Sharp skates can cut through skin, and sticks can strike unexpectedly. Injuries are common: concussions, broken bones, deep cuts, and even spinal injuries happen frequently. Fatalities are rare, but they do occur, often from head trauma, artery cuts, or severe high-speed collisions. Every game is a test of skill, courage, and split-second decisions. On the ice, one wrong move can lead to serious consequences, and sometimes it can be deadly. Number 8. Big wave surfing. Big wave surfing isn't just a sport. It's a battle with the ocean itself. Surfers face waves reaching 20, 25, sometimes even 30 meters high. Waves powerful enough to break bones, crush lungs, and hold a person underwater for minutes. One wipeout can slam a surfer into the ocean floor or the sharp edge of a reef. And even with rescue teams on jet skis, drowning remains the biggest threat. And there's another deadly danger: sharks. While shark attacks on surfers are rare, they do happen. Equipment failures, unexpected currents, and the raw, unpredictable power of the ocean make this one of the most dangerous extreme sports in the world. Out there, every ride could be the best moment of your life, or the last wave you ever face. Number 7. Rugby and American football. Rugby and American football are two of the most brutal contact sports in the world. Every match is a collision zone. Massive athletes sprinting at full speed, tackling, blocking, smashing into each other with incredible force. In rugby, players wear almost no protection. In American football, the gear is heavier, but the hits are even harder. Some tackles generate the same force as a car crash. Both sports come with a long list of injuries. Head trauma is especially common. Repeated impacts can lead to long-term brain disorders. And yes, fatalities have occurred in both sports. Rugby and American football demand strength, courage, and absolute toughness. Because every play carries real risks. And sometimes, a single hit can end a career or a life. Number 6. MMA, mixed martial arts. MMA is one of the most intense and unforgiving combat sports in the world. It blends striking, wrestling, grappling, and submissions, turning every limb into a weapon and every mistake into a punishment. Fighters take punches, kicks, elbows, knees, and absorb the impact of powerful takedowns. Injuries are almost guaranteed. Concussions, deep cuts, torn ligaments, dislocations, and a long list of broken bones. In MMA, fighters commonly suffer broken noses, fractured ribs, shattered orbital bones, broken hands, and even snapped legs during kicks or checks. These injuries can end fights instantly, or careers permanently. Fatalities are rare, but they have happened. And even when the damage isn't fatal, the long-term consequences are real. Chronic pain, mobility issues, and lasting neurological effects. MMA demands discipline, precision, and extreme resilience, because inside the cage, one strike, one takedown, or one fractured bone can change everything. Number 5. Boxing. Boxing is the pure science of striking and endurance. Only hands, sharp reactions, and the ability to read your opponent. Every round is like adrenaline-fueled chess, where a single second can decide everything. Boxers train their punching power for years, which is why this sport is considered one of the most dangerous striking disciplines. Any punch can end the fight instantly. Even though MMA looks more brutal, with elbows, knees, ground and pound, blood, and cuts, boxing is statistically more deadly. Here's why. Repeated knockdowns, repeated brain trauma. In MMA, if a fighter gets knocked down, the referee usually stops the fight quickly if he can't intelligently defend himself. In boxing, a fighter can be knocked down multiple times, receive a standing count, and be allowed to continue. That means he fights after already having a concussion, taking even more punches to the head. In MMA, you can wrestle, kick the legs, grapple, submit your opponent. The damage is spread across the whole body. In boxing, 90% of strikes are aimed at the head, which can lead serious brain damage, sometimes even lethal outcome. Historically, boxing has recorded far more deaths than MMA. Repeated, prolonged head trauma, especially after knockdowns, creates an extremely dangerous environment for the brain. Number 4. Rodeo Corrida. Extreme danger with unpredictable animals. Rodeo and corrida are some of the most unpredictable and violent animal-based sports in the world. Unlike mechanical dangers or speed-based sports, here the threat comes from a 1,000-kilogram animal with its own instincts, fear, and aggression. And that makes every second potentially fatal. In bull riding, athletes must survive 8 seconds on top of a furious bull that can leap, twist, buck, and spin with explosive power. The risks are massive. Broken ribs, punctured lungs, shattered jaws, torn ligaments, and constant concussions from being thrown headfirst onto the ground. And even after the fall, the danger isn't over, because the bull can stomp, gore, or trample the rider before help arrives. Corrida, traditional bullfighting, is even more life-threatening. The matador stands face-to-face with a charging bull using nothing but skill, timing, and a piece of fabric. A single mistake can result in deep horn wounds, internal bleeding, spinal injuries, or instant death. There have been multiple fatal incidents throughout history, and even modern safety measures can't fully protect performers from a bull's raw force. What makes rodeo and corrida especially dangerous is the unpredictability. You can't calculate what the bull will do next. You can't control the environment, and you can't rely on equipment to save you. It's pure reaction, pure instinct, and pure survival. Number 3. Motorcycle racing. Motorcycle racing is one of the fastest and most unforgiving sports on the planet. Riders push machines to over 300 kilometers per hour, leaning so close to the asphalt that one tiny error, a slip, a bump, a miscalculation can instantly turn into a catastrophic crash. Unlike car racing, there's no protective cage, no airbags, and no structure around the athlete. It's just the rider, a leather suit, and a motorcycle that becomes a missile if things go wrong. In fact, studies and race statistics show that motorcycle racing has one of the highest fatality rates of any competitive motorsport. Even when tracks are controlled and medical teams are ready, the combination of speed and exposure means that riders still suffer serious injuries and deaths every season. These fatality rates are significantly higher than in most team sports and many extreme individual activities. The combination of velocity, minimal protection, and zero room for error is what makes motorcycle racing so dangerous. Everything depends on precision, reflexes, and instant decision-making, because when you're fighting the forces of physics at extreme speeds, there is absolutely no margin for mistakes. Motorcycle racing demands courage, but it also comes with consequences that can change or end a life in a single second. Number 2. High-altitude mountaineering. High-altitude mountaineering is one of the deadliest human challenges on Earth. Above 8,000 meters lies the death zone, a place where the air is so thin your body begins to shut down. Every breath gives you only a fraction of the oxygen you need, every step drains your strength, and every mistake can cost your life. Climbers face a brutal mix of dangers, such as violent storms with hurricane-force winds, temperatures cold enough to kill within minutes, hidden crevasses ready to swallow a person whole, avalanches that strike without warning. Some of the most famous mountains in the world, Everest, K2, Annapurna, and Nanga Parbat, have recorded some of the highest fatality rates in all of sports. Even Everest, the top of the world, has taken the lives of hundreds of climbers, and many bodies still remain on the mountain. At extreme altitude, it's simply too dangerous for rescuers. The thin air, deadly slopes, and freezing temperatures have preserved some bodies for decades. They become silent markers on the path, a chilling reminder of how unforgiving these mountains truly are. What makes high-altitude mountaineering uniquely lethal is that the environment itself is trying to kill you. It's not a battle against another athlete. It's a battle against nature, altitude, and the limits of human survival. Every year, climbers lose fingers, limbs, and many lose their lives. It is one of the only sports where reaching the summit is just half the mission, because most tragedies happen on the descent. Number 1. Base jumping. Base jumping isn't just an extreme sport. It's statistically one of the deadliest activities humans voluntarily do. The name comes from the 4 types of objects jumpers leap from: buildings, antennas, spans, and earth, cliffs. But unlike skydiving, base jumps happen from extremely low altitudes, which means there is almost no time to fix mistakes. You jump, the ground rushes up, and you have just a few seconds to deploy your parachute. If it opens late, if it opens uneven, if the wind pushes you sideways, if you clip the wall, if anything goes wrong, it can be fatal. Base jumping has one of the highest fatality rates of any sport ever recorded. Studies and compiled statistics show that the fatality risk is hundreds of times higher than skydiving, and serious injuries are almost guaranteed over time. What makes this sport incredibly lethal is the zero margin for error. You are jumping with almost no altitude, no backup time, and no second chances. A miscalculation of even half a second can mean the difference between landing safely and never landing again. Despite this, people are drawn to base jumping because it offers something no other sport does. A raw, pure moment of free fall where you feel like you're flying. But the price of that moment can be extreme, and many athletes have paid with their lives. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.